Hey guys, how is it going? Cool, my microphone is working today. I made sure to test that before I started. All right, let me pause the music here real quick so I'm not talking over top of it. How's it going, guys? I don't have a whole lot of to like monologue about today. I had an appointment this morning and um yeah, I had an orthodontist appointment this morning, and I probably would have been good to start at normal time, but gosh, I am like all over the place this like everything that I need. There's all my stuff. Um, I feel like I continuously like reorganize my desk and then I can't find anything. All right, well, it is what it is. Hi Brittany, how are you? But yeah, I had an appointment this morning, and I thought it was gonna last longer than it did because they told me last time I was probably gonna have some. I thought they were gonna do it today. They were gonna uh try and even out my bottom teeth before they do my next set of liners, but that didn't happen. But then I was leaving my appointment and I suddenly had a craving for a Wegmans breakfast sandwich, so I stopped and got myself um a snack, and then I was having a 90s boy band moment in the car, and I just needed some minutes to myself, and then of course I had to come back and do all of my um morning stuff that I didn't get to do because I had the appointment this morning. So then I got back and was rushing around trying to make sure all the animals were good to go and that I wasn't gonna have too much of a giant mess to clean up when on streaming. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over to the top-down camera. I have a couple things I want to show you guys before we work on today's project, and I am working on a whip today, but we'll get into that. So let me flip this over. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be working in Mythographic Wild Winter, but before we get into that, I found these. I saw somebody else mention these, and then I saw that my Michaels had them, and so I was like, well, I should probably get these because they're only $6, and I ripped the box accidentally. Hi, KP, how are you? Hanging in the background while working. Thanks for keeping me company. Well, I will be here for a little while. But yeah, I finally found them. KP heard the story. Uh, So I was like walking around the store looking on my app and it said they had 6 of them. And of course the logical thing would you'd think they would be the rest of the Crayola stuff. And so all it said in the app was that they were in a quote unquote main aisle. And then it gave me a map of the store and there was like a bunch of things labeled as main aisle. They were with like the Easter crafts just chilling on the top shelf that I could barely see because I'm short. But I thought these would be fun for a project next month because I know that a lot of people found me through the um underpainting with markers video, and I have had some requests in the past for some underpainting with super tips. Um I playing around because some of these said that they were dark or pastels, but um I'm not super worried about that as long as they're not too dark for me to be able to go over with colored pencils. And I had some good results with the couple that I pulled out this morning, messing around while I was having my coffee. So I think I can put together a project using these for next month because it's Easter and pastel month. So uh yeah, found those. They were only $6. And I don't think these colors are in the other like the big box. I haven't compared them yet though. But yeah, so I got those and um I was looking for something completely unrelated on Etsy, and I actually got this from a seller in the US. But I've talked before about how I really enjoy coloring food, but that it's hard to find food coloring pages and coloring books that are not like geared for children. So I found this book. And there's some really cool stuff in here, like an entire page dedicated to to sushi. So I am pretty excited about this one. I might bust out I have acrylic and watercolor ink. I might bust out. Um, yeah, there's all sorts of stuff in here. There's like some traditional like American type stuff as well. And some and there's little like comics in here that I thought were cool. I can't read comics, but there was another, let me see it. This one I thought was really cool. We all know that's Coke, the cola, but yeah, I thought this one was fun. So I don't know if there's any interest in watching me do anything in this book. Maybe I'll do a live stream out of here at some point. But I have some things planned. So yeah, I thought it was really cool. Lots of cool stuff in here to color. But yeah, so I'm tired today. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But this is the page that I'm working on today. This is a whip that I've had for quite a while, and I started this with Polychromos, so that's what I'm going to go with. But I think I'm gonna try and do um the background first. That's a little too for what I want. And I'm not doing anything extensive on this for the background. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hold off. I'm not gonna do the background first because I want to see how the rest of the image plays out before I choose my color. Like I have an idea for it. I was gonna use my gel crayons, but now that I'm like back into the it, I'm not sure that my original plan is going to go to plan. So I'm just gonna start with the image. I got a couple colors pulled, but I think I'm going to work on his eyeball here. And I don't have any yellows pulled. Very disorganized this morning. Let's go with... But how are you guys? How was everybody's weekend? So this is Naples yellow. I'm just gonna... Okay, I apologize. I'm not sure what's happening with my camera. I may need to see if I can find the Canon battery pack. That's pretty annoying considering I haven't even been live like 30 minutes yet. I'm not sure if it was because my is the pop-out screen off or what that was. All my stuff is breaking. I'm using my Polychromos, Brittany. That's apparently a theme with mythographic books for me. But this one I started, gosh, I can't remember. I think I started this shortly after the book came out, and I just hadn't gotten around to finishing it. So I was going through, trying to figure out what I wanted to work on for today. And this one kind of jumped out at me. Okay, that's really irritating. That keeps doing that. I try and put the screen down and see if that makes a difference. Can't really see his other eyes, too. I think I'm gonna do... Okay, so I'm gonna have to be careful on this tree. Sure that it get into the snow. I know my hand is in the way, but it's really the only way I can fit to do this. So try and make sure I pull my hand back so you guys can actually see progress. You're at your mom's? That sounds like fun. I'm just gonna go in and do like a base coat with the chrome oxide green, and then I'll go back and do some additional work because that will help me to be able to separate out what is free and what trunk. Waiting to get your annual blood work. I just did some of mine, although really they do all my annual blood work like multiple times. I have to go again next month and have it done again in June. I'm definitely gonna have to darken this up because I feel like for winter is too green, but also native liberties. Yeah, I'm pretty tired today too. I don't really like want to do another cup of coffee, but I feel like I can blame it on springing forward. That's fair. Partially blame it on partially blame. I've hit the point where I'm on the weird dosing schedule. Plain old tired. I had to take a nap yesterday, and I haven't had to do that in a while. But yeah, I might make myself another cup of coffee about 45 minutes when I go to Myrna. She even wants a lunch today. I miss my feeling of productivity. Almost makes me want to just say, hey, you know what? Just keep me on 60 milligrams of steroids for a while longer, because really, that was honestly the best I felt. Like, as soon as I started tapering my, all just, it all just Oh, I forgot this book had hidden objects in it. I guess I can just say, well, hey, I've got next month's free coloring page. Got that done at least. And tomorrow I guess I just need to buckle down and start editing this weekend's video. Like, I really didn't want to do the community color in two parts, because part videos never seem to do very well, but I think I'm have to, so... Okay, you know what? I actually don't dislike the... I mean, obviously it needs some work, but I think the pop of the green looks nice against the brown of the building. Yes, this one does have hidden objects. There's a little key right there. I think this was one of the last few, like, handful of books with the hidden objects. color of the key and ignore it. Yeah, it's in the snow up here, so I can just white it out with a paint pen. And then I think I don't know if this flag is supposed to be like a random like object or whatever, but like at least it's on the side of the building, so um it looks like it belongs. I mean, the shoe right here I could do without, but I'm just gonna color it the same color as the roof when I get to that is. Oh, and then this giant vase down here. But again, at least it's in a position where it looks like it belongs. Oh, and then the random cat chilling on the roof. Here's my fantastic illustration. Let me ruin it by putting a shoe on the roof. Oh man. Yeah, I think I probably would have been like, but then it's like you know you gotta wonder if like the mythographic people are like if they tell them like hey, we need you to put this, like if they give them like specifics like man you gotta work a random shoe somewhere into your illustration, or if they just tell them like hey here's a list of objects, like fit them in. I'm so glad that they got rid of that though, like. But then also part of me. Hey Rainbow, how are you? Welcome on in. Part of me almost, well, you know what? I'm not even gonna say almost. I wish that they would. I wish that they would the space the books out a little more. I really enjoy these books, and don't get me wrong, I'm grateful when new ones come out. But the fact that they're coming out like every three months, I just I have noticed even with different illustrators over the last like few books that there's a lot of like repetition across the books. I just part of me just wants them to space them out a little bit more. How's your day going, Rainbow? What are you up to today? Give people time to color. Yeah. Just, you know, build up some hype. Who finishes a book in 3 months? Yeah, really. Okay, that is seriously irritating me. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm gonna flip something over here. If it's irritating for you guys, I'm sorry. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't like that. Just woke up and don't know what you're doing today. I feel like that most days. Going to have to play with the settings on this, I guess. I wonder if it's because I left it plugged in. Well, apologies for the random cutting of the camera. I'm not sure what the issue is, but I'll have to mess with it. And I'll have to see if I can find the dummy battery from Canon. Maybe that will make a difference since I'm using a generic third-party battery. But legit, if my camera is jacked, I'm going to cry. Hey Marilyn, welcome in and thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. Ooh, ramen, eh? Okay, I think I'm gonna see if I can swap some settings over when I take my break here in about 15 minutes. I'll have to unplug the camera to do it and take it off the mount. I'm wondering if it's my frame rate. So, I'll just have to bear with me for a few more minutes and hopefully I can fix it. There's a chunk of frog there that I still have to color. I don't dislike the way it looks so far. I actually like the green in there. Oh, thank you, Sonia. I appreciate that. I just gotta remember it's probably gonna be easier to rotate through just one pencil at a time, lest I forget what order. would be, I mean, I don't think I'm going to want to color this green. I don't think I'm gonna finish this today, but it would be nice to finish this one because it's been on my my WIP list for a while. Might need to go through my polys at some point and see if there's any that I need by open stock, because some of them are getting pretty tiny. And there's two, well, there's the one like full set of polys. Okay, you know what? I can't with that anymore. All right, I'm gonna take my break, go feed Lorna, and attempt to fix this camera because it is driving me nuts. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I ended up swapping over to a regular battery pack. I'm gonna see if that fixes you, and if it does, at least then I will know that is dummy battery, which I should just go out and I should just order one from Canon anyways. It should still fit my my AC adapter. In fact, maybe I'll just, if I can actually like log on to my phone. Apparently technology and I are just not today. Oh, what is this? This is a LPE17 dummy battery. Holy. Oh, is it really that? For just the pack? Oh my goodness. Hold on, what is this? Is this okay? So this is holy cow, 45. Oh wait, that's a DRE7. That's I need an LP. What? I say it better not be that much. Okay. Why? Okay, I'm gonna have to like look at that later when I have a minute so I can actually find the right thing. But I'm hoping that that's the only issue, because that's a relatively easy fix. I don't think I don't think my other camera will safely fit on this crossbar. Maybe it will if I had to swap out. But then if that happened, I don't know if my USB cable fit that camera. Why does technology have to be so such a pain? But thank you guys for bearing with me. I just kind of feel like today is like a frustrating day. Also, let me catch up on chat. So, Brooke made eggs. That sounds delicious. Cookie is leaving me a tab open. Thank you, Cookie. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm assuming you're working. And Rainbow had to go. Really don't know what I want to do with the background on this. Like, I thought I had an idea, but it's like now that I'm looking at the image again, I don't really like that idea. I could just do what I did for the Kirby, the fish page, and just paint it black with watered down acrylic paint. That would actually make the snow pop a little bit. And I think I could do it without, like, there's not a whole lot of, like, construction. And then, like, some of these smaller areas over here, I can just paint these little, like, bubbly things back. And if I did that, then I could also do some lighting stuff with the with some of these windows. So I don't know, maybe that's what I'll do. I wish I would have thought of that, like, sooner. Then I would have just done it, would have done it on camera. But all my paint stuff is cleaned up so I could use my desk. And I promise I have, oh gosh, I have some projects coming up with materials that are not the Polychromos, because we've been using those quite a bit lately, but I just really enjoy these pencils. But I know not everybody has them, and you guys want to see other things. So there will be other things coming. See if I can make this work. Yeah, I don't know if they fixed. They must have done something with these books because my Wild Winter fell apart, but I haven't really had that issue with the recent books. Goodness, I'm having a hard time seeing. Okay. This is a tiny little. Try something here. Okay, I actually like that a little bit better. And the by using cream. Okay, are you tree or no? You're tree. I definitely feel like I don't want to necessarily say my style, like, visually has changed since I started this, but I definitely think, like, my approach has changed. I feel like I'm, a little bit faster, I guess, now. And just maybe a little less like, my goodness, a million tiny details. I need to accentuate every single little tiny detail. And focusing more on like what I want overall from the image. I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit more adventurous than I was. And part of me wishes that I had done so I did a book destash not too not too long ago, and part of me wishes that I had done a like then and now video before I destashed some of those books. Oh, and for those of you that were here last live stream, we talked about a series that I had started way back when I first started the channel called the Lonely Book Club. And we will be bringing the LBC back. I am hoping to I'm hoping to start that up in April. And I was thinking like one live stream a month um would be part of that series. Okay, the way that turned out. 4. Looking forward to the Lonely Book Club. I am too. I need to go through my books and figure out what I want to do for the first one. But I have plenty of books that I have never worked in, and some that I have worked in that have been like I started something and then never finished it, and it's just been sitting on the shelf. So, be bringing that back, and as we get a little bit closer, I'll have um more info, and we'll come up with a hashtag for it. Since it'll be like an ongoing thing. Because that way I can share uh people's lonely books on Instagram if they want to tag me. Yeah, I think like having reoccurring like stuff like that helps me out, because then I know like what's what's coming, and then it's just a matter of like choosing my lonely book. And I mean, for me, um if I don't if I don't finish it, like say we start in April and I don't finish the image that I picked for May's Lonely Book Club video live. Yeah, because I'll do it live. I think I get a lot more done on the live than I'll just do it as a WIP. So like I'm not above working on the same image, you know. I think it'll be good for community building too, and hopefully encourage people to color in what they have. You know, because I keep buying books and I try and justify it with this is my job. I need books. I have to have options. But then sometimes I get the books and I'm like, "Oh, my vision is different now that I see the book." And but I think it'll be fun. I just like I've been checking out some other channels. I think I mentioned I've been like binge watching Mariah Elizabeth videos lately. I don't know. I I enjoy her style, and it's almost like, 'cause I think she generally keeps her videos between like 20 to 30 minutes. So it's almost like enough time, like you're watching an episode of a TV series, and she kind of has her stuff set up in various like series of videos. And I mean, she does off series stuff in between, but it just seems like it makes it um like a little easier to manage everything. And so um I think it'll be nice to bring something back that I had started like forever ago. And clearly the channel is in a different place now than it was when I first started, and um things have evolved, and I've evolved, and my style evolved, and um I do have some other craft related type um like ideas, because I would like to bring other forms of art to the channel. Goodness. I just need to get back into like a better like work life balance. Like I was doing really good for a little while, and then I knew it was like medication induced, and I tried to like be realistic with myself about that. That way when things kind of started to like change, that I wasn't super completely like in a tailspin over it. But it's just, I don't know. I just feel like I have lost some of my like my motivation. Just not even, I want to create content, obviously, because one, I enjoy it, and right now in terms of um job, this is my job. um I just don't know that I was had a appointment with my new endocrinologist, at least I assume. um like the fatigue is honestly like the, well, I mean, the panic attacks while I'm driving are definitely not fun either, but the fatigue, like on the daily, um is like the hardest thing I think to manage, because I don't know, it just, I'm having a hard time like getting myself up and like going. For a little while there, I was like just banging stuff out, and then I don't know. I think I'm having a hard time trying to balance what I see as my responsibility as like the stay-at-home parent slash partner with the fact that I'm trying to treat this like a business. There's not enough room on this desk. But then, you know, I have a hard time getting getting my partner like on board with me doing this, at least for the time being, like as a job. I'd like to be able to get to the point where I can do this and then also find something part-time outside of the house. That way I can still do this. But I think he thinks that I'm anticipating coming like the next, I don't know, freaking ninja or whoever. And I don't expect or really like want to, like, I don't want to, I'm not looking to make like bajillions. I just want to be like comfortable, you know, like it is not the red brown. Oops. Although I don't hate it. I don't hate the way that looks. Dynamic. It'd be nice if YouTube paid for the supplies. Yeah, you know, like it would be nice to make enough to, well, yeah, I mean, I anticipate um that the majority of anything I make will um will like go back into the channel. Yeah. Yeah, I feel what you're saying. But I don't know, it's like, it's kind of a bummer when you like look at how much YouTube takes from um like from like supers and whatnot. And I feel like that's a like it's like a cool option. Um it's like tipping your entertainer, but I don't think people necessarily realize just how much of that goes to YouTube, or they realize it and that's why it probably doesn't get utilized as, you know, very often. And I can totally get why, because I would be, and I've been in that situation before, like tipping people on you know, on Twitch, and then seeing how much like if I tip the streamer $5 and they only get $1.50 of it. Cool, Twitch is hosting you and letting you use their platform, but that's just like the streamer's the one doing the work. And I think that's why a lot of people go to like off-platform like tipping services. So I use those numbers loosely, but I'm fairly certain that when it comes to like the supers on YouTube, it's a 70-30 split. 70, hold on a second, I don't want to say the wrong thing. But I'll just, it was just something that I was researching after the other day, and you know, looking through the monetization agreements and all of that stuff. Okay, so it's a 70-30 split. Creators get 70%, or so they say. And then YouTube takes 30%, but apparently, trying to figure out how to word this. So I got a super thanks the other day, and I'll be like, I feel like super weird talking about this, but I feel like it's good to know, because that way, you know, if other people are looking at like trying to monetize their channels. So it came through as a $1.99 super thanks, and apparently if they end in 99 like that, it means that the person used like Apple Pay, like through mobile to to do their super. So on top of the split, there's Apple fees that get taken out. So Apple takes their fee, and then whatever is left over is split between YouTube and the content creator. So that person tipped me however much um it was before Apple took their fees, and after it was all said and done, I earned 98 cents on that super thanks. Yeah, yeah. And so like obviously absolutely nothing, like I mean, like I appreciate obviously that somebody would tip their hard-earned money on one of my videos. So like it's absolutely got nothing against. um I just wonder how many people are like how much is actually going to the content creator. You know what I mean? Like, never use Apple Pay. Pretty sure the person didn't want to give Apple. Yeah, yeah. Because yeah, I was looking at it and I was like, wow, that's. And so then I did some digging and some research, and I was like, okay, well, that makes sense, I guess, because Apple took their cut, and then YouTube took their cut, and I kind of looked at it though in a it's kind of like, when a restaurant or a bar or a retail establishment first opens up and they make their first dollar, and so they put it up, but behind the counter. So I was kind of like talking with my husband about it, and um I kind of looked at it that way, like regardless of the fact that Apple and YouTube both made more out of the transaction than than I did. It's still exciting though, like but yeah, it's interesting. And um I guess though, like the nice thing in comparison to, although they've bridged the gap over on Twitch a fair bit. But they have two monetization tiers over on Twitch, um, affiliate and partner. And so you generally you reach affiliate first, and so your revenue split is lower, and there's some monetization options that at the time that I started that we didn't have as affiliates that partners got access to. And of course, partners, you know, had opportunities like front page slots and things like that. And when they started splitting ad revenue with partners, affiliates didn't have that option. So ads were being played on our channel and we got no cut from it. And they've largely done away with that. As a partner, though, obviously, like your CPM is higher, so you get a bigger cut. And there's still some things that affiliates don't have access to, but the gap between being able to make partner after the gap between affiliate and partner on Twitch is substantially more difficult than it is to get to the next level of monetization YouTube. And that's actually like changed since I first started over on this platform. It used to be just like once you were monetized, that was it. And at some point it looks like they split it into two tiers. And so really the only the sub count that you need for both tiers is the same, but the watch hours are different. So it's 3,000 watch hours for it's 1,000 subs and 3,000 watch hours to hit that first monetization tier. And that's basically you unlock being able to have supers and to link a store to your channel. And then you need another 1,000 watch hours to get to 4,000 watch hours to unlock the ad revenue. And then they added in when they started focusing on shorts, like that's new as well. But then it's like they kind of it's like you kind of have to pick one track or another. So like your video watch hours, if you're doing longer form content, don't and your short watch hours don't count towards the same path. So it's almost like you kind of have to pick which route you want to go. And I think the linking your like a store to your channel is a cool option, but I feel like when you're first starting out, especially in certain niches, that might not be the best option to have. I think like Sonia and I were talking about this. You know, like I would like to do that at some point, but I feel like I don't have enough of a portfolio built up, and I don't want to just like open up a shop and not have something worth like putting out there. because then it just becomes one more thing for me to like to manage, and I don't want to do it like half-assed. I mean, if you already have something from another platform, like if you've been successful on Etsy or whatnot, I think it's or if you have an art portfolio from elsewhere and you're just looking to like add a revenue source to, then yeah, it's a good option. But just like right out of the gate, you got to be careful, because some of those places that like there's fees and things like that, you know, like hosting fees and all that stuff, and it's not something you just want to do like willy-nilly. Oh, Sonia's got to get started on dinner. What are you making tonight? And we got deep into the business side of things there. You think you messed up your plan? Got to do some quick thing. Ooh, ooh. That always sucks when you think you have a plan and then it all goes to crap. I just got a shipping notification from something coming via DHL, and I don't know what it could be. The only thing that I have that I'm waiting for is my Etcher sketchbooks, but I haven't gotten anything from them saying. Oh, Blick, why are you having a sale on canvases? If illustration boards are included in this. Ooh, they have black canvases. I'll have to go on the website. Trying to see if I've gotten like a shipping thing from Etcher. Mystery delivery. Well, mystery delivery, but also kind of scary, because then it's like it like, although I mean, if somebody had hacked my crap, it wouldn't be coming to me, and it's very clearly being delivered to me because DHL had my phone number. So it's either my Etcher sketchbooks and they just shipped from a different like company, or it's, although it shouldn't be the palette that I ordered, because that's a handmade product from Etsy. So I'm assuming that it is probably my my Etcher sketchbooks. But it's like the company that it says it's coming from is like an electronic company, and I haven't ordered any electronics. So I am confusion. And I have noticed that my camera has not flickered since I swapped over to a regular battery. So I'm thinking it's the battery, like it's my dummy battery pack. So now I need to find Canon dummy pack. Ooh. And I haven't even done like any work on on the frog today, so maybe for the last little bit we'll switch over. So he's largely like need a whole lot done to him. Except for little ridges up here. Well, it's like, what was I like? What was I thinking with it? Like, why did I put the dark blue down without a base layer of my other blues? Like, where was my head at? Like, now I'm working backward. This should have been my shadow color. Oh, no, there goes the camera flickering, I think. Really, camera? Unless that was just my arm moving across the way there. Spoke to. Yeah, I have definitely, I feel like, learned how to use these pencils since I started this. Isn't that nice to realize? Yeah, yeah. Because I feel like I remember going through the same struggle with these that a lot of people go through, where they're just like, my fingers hurt. I don't know how to use these. Why don't they smush like a Prisma? Then it's like you hit a point, hopefully, where you're like, oh, okay, okay. That makes sense. So I don't know. You know what? This gives me hope. I figured out how to realize, or how to, like, how to use the polychromos. So maybe that means if I just keep at it, I'll be able to figure out how to use gouache. I'm taking solace in the fact that many people say that it is one of the most difficult paint mediums to come close to mastering. And I'm not looking to, like, master it. I just want to be able to confidently use it to create art that I am proud of. And I just, like, I know that they say that oh well, you know, I've mastered this medium. I I don't think anyone can really, like, I mean, you can say that you've mastered something, but then part of me is like, if that's the case, where do you go from there? Like, I feel like there's always something to, like, always something to learn. And it's like, if you get to the point where there's no challenge in it, for me that would kind of be, like, boring, you know? Like, I guess at that point the challenge comes in, like, your subject matter, or, like, I don't know. I kind of look at it as, like, pushing boundaries and pushing limits, and um what comes next. And I'm on this whole, like, practice makes progress. And I hope that's something that I can, you know, share with others, I guess, in doing this, because I don't know, it's like, I hear people that get, you know, I consider myself a detail oriented person, and it just, when people are like, oh, I'm, you know, I'm super frustrated with X medium or this book, or like just in this headspace of like I have to use a 3-color blend on every single tiny little piece of this image, and then it drives you batty. And just kind of, you know, getting people to look at like, if this artist didn't want us to add um our own art to their art, they wouldn't have created a coloring book, you know, like they would have kept it for themselves. Um and just, you know, getting out of that headspace of I don't want to ruin it, you know, I don't want to um not do their line work justice. And like I totally get that, because I still think that way from time to time. Um but I also don't want to limit limit myself. And I feel like pushing those boundaries has helped me in like my own personal art as well. And just once you kind of Elsa it and let it go and just have that like freeing experience of not being so bogged down in the details, it's a lot more enjoyable, in my opinion anyways. Like when I stopped feeling like I needed to color every single like fish scale, and do all of the detail work on, you know, every single little nook and cranny of an image, and just kind of found a rhythm where I was like completing things, and completing things that I was, you know, happy with. I found a lot more enjoyment in the process. And I think you have to make a lot of art that you're not happy with to get to the stuff that you are happy with. And I feel like um as an artist and a perfectionist, I create more more crap that I don't really like than I do pieces that I am really proud of, but had to create all that crap to get to that point, because I needed to learn the lesson of, well, on this piece I did this and it didn't turn out the way I wanted, so the next time I attempt this, I'm going to try something different. And on top of that, what I think might look like crap, somebody else might think is amazing, because we are our own harshest self-critics. And we know what our original vision was and what our hopeful outcome was. And so we see all of the little things that didn't meet that expectation, whereas an outsider has no idea. Let me get all philosophical at 1:43 in the afternoon. Life lessons with Queen. I do like the way this frog is turning out, though. And see, another lesson. I started this years ago, and I didn't completely hate it then, but there are definitely things that I would have done, like, differently with it. Now here I am, like, a year or so later, coming back to it, and I'm still able to, like, build on what I did. So even if you think you messed something up, just put it away and come back to it. More than likely, by that point, you've learned a new skill and you know. Like, there's helicopters, like, right over my house. Which would make sense, because there's a reserve base or guard base near here that operates helicopters. Okay, buddy, this hand up here needs TLC. Now I'm paranoid that my camera is gonna flicker because every time I see a little like motion out of the corner of my eye, um, I'm not sure if it's just my my hand or if it's like legitimately still doing it. And of course, because my peripheral vision on my left is just completely shot, I can't I can't say. So like legit, if I have another piece of equipment that's like damaged, I'm going to be very upset. Oh, that's a piece of rock there. I don't like this like line right here, but I get it to. I'm probably gonna have to thing with that because I don't really like the way that. So, I'm gonna extend this color down to here. A little bit better. Oh, charge the battery pack. All right. So let me flip over to the other screen since my battery is now deceased. Okay. So that is going to have to be the end for me today, because I don't think I have another battery pack to swap over, and clearly my dummy battery is having issues. So yeah, so that's gonna be it for me for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I super appreciate all of the support. I really like how this is turning out. I got quite a bit done on this one, so I may bring him back for a another WIP stream, and I'll probably work on it a little bit off camera. Everything is sitting on my desk now. I am working on what'll probably end up being part one of a multi-part series of the jackalope for our community color for this month. I feel like I haven't done a very good job promoting that. So that's definitely on my docket to work on for tomorrow and Thursday. I need to get at least part one done so I have something for Saturday. And then next Tuesday, I have something that I hope you guys are gonna like, that I think you guys are gonna like. But more info to come on that probably this weekend. Once I have the thumbnail ready for you guys, then I will I will put some more info up over on the community tab, but I have a couple things I need to dial in for it before I do the thumbnail. So hope I'm a bit more awake next week. I hope I'm a bit more awake next week. I feel like today was kind of low energy, and of course, I started later, so there's that. But yeah, I have a couple things in the works, and obviously I need to get my community color done. But it's nice to just have a WIP day to work on this project, because I was like legitimately not sure what I was going to do for today, and then I was going through books and I was like, oh, I should work on that. I should finish that. I want to like finish some of these like forever whips. um but yeah, hopefully I can get, if I order it like ASAP, hopefully I can get the new battery pack, and hopefully that fixes the flickering issue, because it was like legitimately driving me nuts. Um, but yeah, thank you guys so much for all of your support. I super appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one.